Well, Mayor Mendenhall and I decided to come out to this beautiful park, Sugar House Park, today to really emphasize to the public to please be safe. Our streams are running at incredibly high levels. That's not news to anyone. Our detention ponds are often ebbing and flowing on purpose, and we're just really wanted to emphasize safety for your family, for your pets. Keep your dogs on leashes when you're out and about. Things are better right now as our teams look at managing what we thought could be a pretty frightening situation. That's the good news, but water's running high, and we're really urging people to remember that and be safe.
Keep your dogs on leash.
Yes.
Anytime you're around a waterway. We also wanted to talk about the collaboration between the county and the city as we co-manage and mitigate for flood hazards in Salt Lake City, and of course the county, throughout the county. But I think our teams have done a fantastic job both responding to the flood event that happened at Wasatch Hollow, making sure that was as minimized as possible, and then preventing similar situations from unfolding. Our crews have been working 24/7 over the last couple of months now, and they'll continue working as we finish out this peak season. In the 4 creeks that flow into Salt Lake City, we believe that they will all be able to be managed in terms of the flow that is expected and the capacity in the system. We should be in great condition. The Immigration and Red Butte creeks have already peaked, and we're seeing manageable levels anticipated in the other 2 creeks that come down into Salt Lake City. So crews will continue to clear those grates and pinch points, and a big shout out to Salt Lake City Public Utilities crews as well.
We're not live from there, but start the antenna.
Oh, okay. Is it causing? How's that?
Is that better?
Is that better? Great. Well, and I just add that we're also monitoring, of course, the county flood control teams, additional creeks beyond the Salt Lake City area. Big and Little are under control. I was briefed yesterday, and it looks like Big will peak next week, and Little likely the week after, and that's good news. We are managing the flows. The teams are in touch with the Weather Service, monitoring what is really good weather. We haven't had that many beautiful days like today. We've had a lot of cloud cover, as you all know, and that's actually been a good thing. We've seen temperatures rise and fall, but no real peak temperatures for multiple days, and that's good news. So we're optimistic, and then at this stage, our teams are really looking at debris blockage. I think that's the one concern that we'll see through July even, is just making sure that we don't see any areas where trees or other types of shrubbery end up blocking and creating a challenge. So good news all around. Again, personal safety with your family. We want you to get out and recreate. We're happy that this park looks like it usually does, with perhaps some more water compared to recent years, but be safe when you're out recreating.
I think it's worth noting that our crews have managed when debris have come down. There have been pallets, trees, boulders, a lot of branches that come down that could have led to flooding circumstances, but the crews that are working around the clock have been able to quickly manage that and prevent any frightening circumstances from happening. So it's working well. The system was designed to handle this, and we're succeeding.
Yeah, absolutely. Any questions?
Well, you brought dogs, and obviously that has been a concern, at least 2 that I can think of dogs being swept away. Do you know any more incidences of that happening, and how important is it to keep dogs leashed?
Well, we do know of a couple of incidents. I don't know of any other than the 2, and we want to keep it at 2. It's a scary thing when your pet gets caught up in the river flowing as swiftly as they all are now. I was up in City Creek Canyon yesterday walking. I haven't seen City Creek flow like that since my childhood. No. And there are a lot of pets in that area, and I think more important than ever is keep your pets on leash.
There's more households in Salt Lake City with dogs than with children. So this is a really important message for Salt Lakers, for everyone to hear. We love our foothills, and we love those off-leash areas that exist in the city where your dog can engage in water, but it is not safe right now to do so. They're really, no matter how much you think your dog can come to you when you call them, those waters are swift and powerful, and it is absolutely not worth the risk of losing your pet like some sad families have had to deal with in this season.
And I would just say at this stage, we've been monitoring, we've been managing teams. My concern right now is public safety. It's not so much property damage. We've done a great job as a community with sandbagging, and our teams have done incredible work. My concern right now is public safety.
Anything else?
I mean, I guess just on that end as well, we're seeing high levels of water. We've seen it for a while. So far, we haven't had many instances of people drowning. Do you see that as people heeding these warnings and understanding the risks this year? And do you hope that continues as this lingers on?
Sure. We're glad there haven't been any other tragedies involving people, but I think it's pretty obvious that these waters that are running so swiftly and at high volumes, they can take not just dogs, they can take individuals, children, and don't risk it. These are not the times to get in the water just yet. We'll see these flows subside in the coming weeks. We expect to be hitting that peak in the next 10 days to 2 weeks, and then it will start to decline, and you'll be able to enjoy those waterways, but in the meantime, just stay out.
You're telling everybody to stay out of all the waterways until the flood.
I know, it's my brother. Yeah.
I can't think of, at least in Salt Lake City, of the 4 creeks that run here, it's none of them should be the waterways that people or animals are entering.
There's lots of people kayaking down City Street last week. Probably not advised, right?
Probably not advised for a number of reasons.
Yeah.